How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle with a new team. It's a Gengar team. If you want to try the team out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. There'll also be a copy and paste for Showdown in the description. And please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Okay, today we're going against Slugger, also known as that one guy, Bry, from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles. Looking at their team, they've got a pretty powerful one. The Slacking's one to watch out for. Obviously, it can hurt really badly. Obviously, the Truant holds it back, which is always nice. The Bombardier is pretty interesting to see. I know he gets that ability Rocky Payload, which is like Steel Worker. It gives a stab for Rock type moves, so got to watch out for that. Chien-Pao looks like he's gonna have some fun here. You know, they've got a ground type, 2 flying types, and 2 dark types that can get hit by the Sacred Sword. And I have these guys mainly just to try and support Gengar, but also we've got the Chien-Pao and the Gyarados as potential sweepers as well. Free heavy duty boots. I know someone's gonna get on me at that, but look, right. Hazard Clearer, I want him to have heavy duty boots. Ice type, who's frail, heavy duty boots. Gyarados, heavy duty boots. Just how it's got to be, okay? It's just how it's got to be. So, looking at their team, I'd say they lead off with the Sandy Shocks, potentially, because we don't have a ground type. So, with that in mind, I'm going to lead off with my Tyranitar and go from there. And the battle begins. So, that one guy, Bry, is going to lead off with the Slacking, as we led off with the nice and powerful Tyranitar. So, obviously, by the way, we've got custom shinies now. There's a link to the mod in the description if you want to use them yourself. So they led off with the shiny Slacking, which is always nice. Now, as much as I want to stay in here, I really can't. We're probably going to get hit by an Earthquake, so I'm going to go straight into the Bull, get the Intimidate off. We are physically defensive. It's mainly there to check the Chien-Paos that you tend to face, and the Tyranitar's there to check the Chi-Yus. And even then, sometimes they struggle. So we'll go into the Bull, get a nice and powerful Intimidate off on the Slacking, which is always going to be nice. See what they're going to do. They go for a Hammer Arm. That would have definitely hurt my Tyranitar. Not so much the Bull. So lowering their speed's always nice. It means we're going to outspeed the next turn. We can get off a nice and powerful Flame Orb. Will-O-Wisp. So that's going to be nice. They'll be hesitant switching the Umbreon to take the Will-O-Wisp because obviously I could go for a close combat. They're more than likely going to go into the Sandy Shocks, in which case I'm actually kind of inclined to just still go for the Will-O-Wisp. I think that's probably the best option. So they're going to withdraw the Slacking. Are they going to go Sandy Shocks as expected, or are they going to go into their own Tauros? Holucha. Ooh, that's not going to work out very well. So nice and shiny as well, which is great. Got the Mold Breaker. Can we hit the Will-O-Wisp? Yes, we can. Absolutely perfect. So there we go. Holucha getting hit by the Burn is going to be absolutely critical this game because that thing can potentially be a monster. This is where it whips out Lumberry Unburden. No, it's not though. It's not. It's fine. So the Sandstorm is going to dig into us, which is the only downside to using T-Tar is the Sandstream. I know I could use Unearth, but having that special defense from the Sandstorm against Chi-Yu is really important. So Holucha's in. I have decent switch-ins. I can go into the Gyarados if I want to. Now our Gyarados is Tera Flying with Terra Blast. It gives it a nice flying stab move, and flying is such a good offensive typing as well. So it makes it really good. So. We'll go into Gyarados real quick. There we go. Get the Intimidate off. Nice and powerful. They go for a Flying Press. It's not going to do much damage to us because they're burned and they've got the Intimidate on them as well. So we're in a decent position now to set up if we want to. So do I want to set up? That's the real question. Do I really want to set up? Because I'm not confident that EQ will one-shot a Sandy Shocks. I know they won't bring it in now. They're probably going to bring in either their Umbreon or even the Slacking again. I'm going to go for a safe Waterfall just to see what they're going to do. They do go for the U-turn. What are they going to go into, though? Are they going to go into the Tauros to get the Intimidate off? Although it is weak to water, so they probably wouldn't do that. Are they going to go Sandy Shocks? No, I doubt they go Sandy Shocks because Waterfall will just annihilate that thing. In hindsight, I should have probably Dragon Dance, but it doesn't matter. So the Umbreon comes in. Nice and shiny as well. Always love to see it. We go for a Waterfall. Let's see how much damage we're talking against Umbreon. Not a lot. That makes me think that they might be some sort of physically defensive variant. But then again, Umbreon is just naturally bulky, so potentially not. We do see Leftovers, which is a standard item to use on Umbreon, which is fair enough. So it tells me that it's probably going to be a standard set with Foul Play, Wish, Protect, Toxic, Thunder Wave, Calm Mind, stuff like that. So with that in mind, we could easily go into our Chien-Pao, or we could go back into the Bull. The Bull does have Chesto, Resto. We could also go into Tyranitar. We've got plenty of options against this thing. I think to stop us getting a Thunder Wave to the face, it might be better if we go into the Bull. I don't mind if the Bull's Thunder Waved, to be honest with you. So they probably expect the Bull to come in because they don't know necessarily what set we are yet, because obviously the Hammer-On was after an Intimidate, so they potentially, you know, could still be an offensive variant, but I'm actually not. I'm defensive. So they go for a Yawn. Absolutely fine. Now, they're going to do one of two things now. They're either going to Protect, which could potentially give us a free switch into something else to handle this Umbreon, or they switch out and they go into, like, the Rocky Payload, the Bombardier, or the Hawlucha. More than likely the Bombardier if they're going to switch out. No, because Bombardier is part Dark, isn't it? So I was thinking it was Flying Fighting. It's not. So I'm thinking Hawlucha comes in here. Or they go for a Protect. So a Pokemon that can deal with both of those right now is going to be the Chien-Pao. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight into the Chien-Pao. And we're going to lower this Umbreon's defenses and smack it in the face with a Sacred Sword. So in comes Chien-Pao. And the great thing about Chien-Pao is it doesn't really have much in terms of taking a hit. So they're going to withdraw the Umbreon. Are they going to go into the Bombardier or the Hawlucha? They go into the Tauros. Interesting. Nice and shiny as well. And that's one of the custom shinies. It actually looks pretty cool like that. Much better than the standard. So they get the Intimidate off. That's going to hurt. I don't know what set they are because Intimidate is kind of a standard on that thing. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the Gyarados. Now, we might get, if they predict the Gyarados switch and they go for a Wild Charge here, I'm just going to say kudos to my opponent for playing really well and predicting me like that. But I feel like they're just going to go straight for a Close Combat or a Raging Bull. So getting the Intimidate off is going to be really helpful. They go for a Bull Cup. Oh, Bull Cup's a good one. So we kind of know what kind of set this thing is now. It's going to be a Bull Cup set. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my Dragon Answers. I feel like we're safe to do that. They stay in. That tells me they're going to Wild Charge me in the face right now. That tells me they're going to Wild Charge me in the face right now. They go for a Will-O-Wisp. They miss. Oh, that's going to matter. That's going to matter. So let's Waterfall them in the face and see how it goes from there. There we go. Go for a Waterfall real quick. That's going to do a lot of damage to the Tauros as they're going to get flinched. Oh, the Hax is on my side today. The Hax is on my side today. I can't believe it. Absolutely incredible work there. So we're going to go for a Waterfall again and take out this Tauros. Hopefully they let us do it. There we go. Go for a Waterfall. That's going to take out the Tauros. No problem. Unfortunate that they missed the Will-O-Wisp and they got flinched by the Waterfall. It's really unfortunate, but that is the game we play. That is the game we play, I'm afraid. In comes the Sandy Shock. So this thing is scary. It could very well be Scarfed for all we know. Could be Booster Energy with Speed. It's not Booster Energy with Speed, which is great. I don't want to get hit by a Thunderbolt, so I'm going to go straight into Tyranitar. I think that's the best bet because, like I said, they could be Scarfed, which means they'll outspeed us. Don't really want to lose my Gyarados just yet, as it's a really good switch into the Hawlucha and potentially the Bombardier if it's just because of the Intimidate's really nice, you know. So we'll go into Bangiras via Tyranitar. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. So they're going to go ahead and Terrestrialize. Interesting. What are they going to Terrestrialize into? A Ground type potentially? Or a pure electric type? That must be what they had up their sleeve then. They're not Choice Scarf, but the Tera Water. Interesting. Interesting. So Tera Water Sandy Shocks. That's a good one, that is. So they go for a Volt Switch, which is, of course, would have taken out the Gyarados. Does a lot of damage, so I'm going to assume that's Specs. No, because Rotom Wash's Specs Volt Switch does about that much. So there's no way that Sandy Shocks is Specs. In comes Slacking. Obviously, we know what this thing is going to do. It's going to go for a Hammer Arm. They might switch up moves expecting the Bull to come back in. They might do that. I don't think they will. Purely for the fact that it... No, I don't think they will. I don't think they will. So, if we expect a... They probably expect the Bull and they go for a normal type move, or they go for an Earthquake. I think my best bet is to go into Gyarados again. And they're going to withdraw the Slacking. They're going to make a double. Interesting. What are they going to go into? Sandy Shocks again, expecting the Gyarados. Absolutely phenomenal play for my opponent right there. They've put me in a bit of a bind. Absolutely phenomenal play. Gyarados, come on in. Meet your maker. Meet your maker. So, get the Intimidate off on the Sandy Shocks, which does nothing, obviously, because it's a special attacker. I love how the Terrestrialization hat spins around on its screw. That is a nice little detail. That is a nice little detail, to be fair. So what we got? What have we got to do here? So We've got the Tyranitar as an option. They could go for an Overpower or a Tera Blast, which would do a lot of damage. We've also got the Cyclizar as an option, potentially. Gengar is going to be useful this game, I can tell, because nothing resists its Sludge Bomb. I think going into Tyranitar again is the best bet. I think that is the best bet. So they might go for a T-Bolt. If they go for a T-Bolt, we're in a better position. We can potentially get the Stealth Rocks up. If they go for an Earth Power, anticipating the switch, then that's a good play on their part. To be fair, they don't really lose much from doing that. They go for a Thunderbolt. Okay, that's fair enough. That's going to do a lot of damage to us, unfortunately. Now, I am inclined to believe we can live a Earth Power. I'm inclined to believe we can live an Earth Power, unless the sand disappears now. It doesn't. So we've got one more turn of sand. So we could Thunder Wave this thing, or we could Stealth Rocks. I'm inclined to Thunder Wave. I'm going to Thunder Wave. They withdraw the Sandy Shocks. Okay, what are they going to go into? What are they going to go into to get the Thunder Waved? Umbreon? Umbreon's fine. We can handle Umbreon. Because here's the thing, it can't yawn us anymore. Because we Thunder Waved it, it's going to synchronize us and paralyze our Tyranitar, which means it can't be yawned. Which makes Tyranitar now the perfect switch in to the Umbreon. So every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. We may have got synchronized parried, but we're still better off than we was. So the Sandstorm's going to whittle away at them. I think the Sandstorm wears off this next turn after this one. I think. I want to go for a Stealth Rocks though. Stealth Rocks is definitely the best bet to go for right now, I think. So we'll go ahead and do that. Stealth Rocks it up. If we get fully paralyzed, they get fully paralyzed, which is awesome. If we get fully paralyzed, we're kind of boned. And we got fully paralyzed as well. So that was a bit of a waste of a turn. So the Sandstorm is going to subside, which is absolutely fine. We don't need to worry about that against an Umbreon. They probably go for a Wish, right? Probably go for a Wish, I think. So with that in mind, I still say we go for a Stealth Rocks here because we're not attacking the Umbreon. They do go for a Wish. Okay, cool. So Wish comes through from the Umbreon. We go for a Stealth Rocks. Get them rocks up on the field. Absolutely perfect. I don't see a Hazard Spinner on their team unless the Bombardier gets defogged or Hulucha gets defogged. But I have a feeling they don't. So, with that in mind, we probably see a Foul Play. I'm gonna go ahead and say we should switch out here. Just thinking what into. Maybe the Tauros would be a good one because we can get the Body Press off. Body Press is gonna hurt a lot of the team, a lot of the Pokemon on their team. We could also, yeah, I think Tauros into Body Press. They're gonna withdraw the Umbreon. What are they gonna go into? Sandy Shocks? Hulucha. Holucha's a fine one. So Holucha's burn, which is absolutely fine. Brilliant actually for us. As we go into the Tauros, we're going to get a nice and powerful Intimidate off, which is great. Now, should they choose to go for a Flying Press anyway, so be it. So it looks like we both switched out there because we're basically at a stalemate. The Tyranitar couldn't touch the Umbreon. The Umbreon couldn't touch the Tyranitar. So you may as well switch them out, right? And they also get a Wish up on the Holucha, so that's worked out nicely for them. It also means we reset our Sands, so we can come in on a Sandstorm later on down the line. I'm thinking we go straight for a Raging Bull here, because it's going to hurt everything on the team except from the Sandy Shocks. Or we go for a Body Press. I'll go for a Body Press expecting the Sandy Shocks to come in. They go for a Defog, so they are a Defog Holucha. Interesting. Interesting indeed. So that's going to get rid of the Stealth Rocks. We go for a Body Press. Does a solid little chunk of damage to the Holucha, which is fine. They have Rocky Helmet on this thing. What the hell? This is a different kind of Holucha, I've got to say. This is taking your favorite Pokemon and turning them into something useful, like 101 right here. Love it. Love to see it. Let's go for a Raging Bull. They go for a Flying Press. We tank it because we're an absolute beast. Go for a Raging Bull. That's going to do a decent chunk of damage to the Holucha, and then we're going to get some Rocky Helmet damage. So, we've got to choose now what we do. I'm thinking we go straight for a Rest, just to get our health back, because they're going to go ahead and Roost anyway. There we go. So they have Flying Press, Roost, Defog, and what was their fourth move? I can't remember. So we're going to Rest anyway, get our health back up to full. Like so. Like so. Get a nice and powerful Chesto Berry open, and wake ourselves up. Lovely jubbly. So, Hawlucha is burned still. There's nothing they can do about that. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Gengar. I feel like Gengar's a great switch here. So we'll switch into Gengar. We're obviously immune to the Flying Press. I don't think they're going to have a fourth attacking move. I think it's going to be something else like Taunt or something. If they go for a Flying Press, that's obviously going to miss. And unfortunately, Flying Press doesn't work like High Jump Kick where they take damage when it misses. Otherwise, that would have been great. So Gengar's massive as well. Let's just like appreciate Gengar for being massive. So, Sludge Bomb is the obvious play. Dazzling Gleam is also a good play. Dazzling Gleam will hurt the Umbreon a bit more. We could also Trick, expecting the Umbreon to come in. That'd be ideal. But I believe... Yeah, let's Trick, expecting the Umbreon to come in. So we actually go for a Trick, and it turns out they aren't going to switch out. So that's unfortunate. They get the Choice Scarf on their Hawlucha. We get a Rocky Helmet. Let's see what attacking move they're going to go for. A Roost. Okay, so they're locked into Roost, which is great. Absolutely perfect, that is. Absolutely perfect. So what we can do now is we can go for a Dazzling Gleam, and we don't have to worry about whether or not we can switch up moves. So our Gengar is currently the fastest Pokemon on the field, bar they're slacking. Slacking we don't have to worry about too much. They are going to withdraw the Hawlucha. What are they going to go into, though? Are they going to go into the slacking again? They go into the slacking. Nice and powerful. Gotta love it. I appreciate the slacking play. I appreciate the slacking use, sorry. So that does a lot of damage. We do outspeed, but I don't think we can take out with a Sludge Bomb. So I'm going to make a safe play, and I'm going to go into my Tauros. I think that's the best thing. There we go. Tauros comes through. Gets the Intimidate off. Earthquake comes through. That's going to go ahead and do a lot of damage to us, unfortunately. We go for a Body Press here. And basically, like, this is going to be a bit of a back and forth, but we are whittling away at their team. I mean, we've took out one of their Pokemon already, their own Tauros. They're going to withdraw the slacking. What are they going to go into, though? The Hawlucha? Umbreon. Umbreon's an interesting one. So we go for a Body Press here. Let's see how much damage it's doing to an Umbreon. Body Press comes through. Oh, that's a solid amount of damage right there. Absolutely solid amount of damage right there. I believe that's a 2-hit KO even after leftovers. I believe. So let's go for a Body Press real quick. They're going to get paralyzed. Oh, they went for a Protect, I think. As we go for a Body Press, that's going to take out the Umbreon. So absolutely amazing work by Tauros right there. Brilliant. Can't complain. Can't complain. In comes the Sandy Shocks. This thing obviously threatens Tauros big time. I definitely don't want to stay in against this thing. I think our best bet's to go into Tyranitar. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If they go for the Earth Power now, expecting the Tyranitar, then again, Earth Power would have hit Tauros. If they go for the Earth Power, so be it. We should be able to tank 2, I believe, thanks to the Sandstorm. So let's see what happens. They go for a Terra Blast Water. Let's see how much damage we're talking here. So they go for the Terra Blast Water. It's Stab. Ooh, that's a 2-hit KO, I think, potentially after leftovers. Potentially a 2-hit KO, that is. If we can get the Stealth Rocks up, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Get some chip damage off on them. Let's go for a Stealth Rocks. Let's go for a Stealth Rock. So they go for another Terra Blast. Maybe in hindsight, I should have gone for a Thunder Wave there. But it's fine. We might not even live this. No, we don't live. Unfortunately, Terra Blast is going to just destroy us with a critical hit. The hacks is real in this game, isn't it? I mean, it's mainly been on my side, so I can't really complain about the crit there because, well, you know, my opponent got hacked to death earlier. Now we can just, if we assume they're locked in, we can probably go into Chien-Pao. No, Chien-Pao's not a good one. Probably go into Gengar if we assume they're locked in. No, we'll probably get one-shot. I'm gonna gamble on them being locked in, and I'm gonna go into my Gyarados. I think that's a good idea. I think they're locked in. I really think they're locked in. So we'll try and go for a Dragonlance. If we lose Gyarados here, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world if we lose Gyarados here. So let's try it. They're going to withdraw the Sandy Shocks. They are locked in. Okay, brilliant. So what are they going to go into now? Hawlucha? And we know what Hawlucha does here. Hawlucha can't touch us. Hawlucha cannot touch us one bit. One bit. So we can go for another Dragon Dance after this. And hopefully we can get a little Gyarados sweep. That'd be nice. A little Gyarados sweep would be nice. So we're going to get buffed by the Sandstorm. Absolutely fine. I don't mind about that at one bit. We can go for another Dragon Dance. They probably want to just switch out here. I'm going to go for another Dragon Dance. Definitely going for another Dragon Dance. So the U-turn. Okay, U-turn's their 4th move. I might have already seen that, actually, thinking about it. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. In comes the Bombardier. Nice. Nice and shiny as well. Oh, I love it. I love it. So we'll go for a Dragon Dance real quick. There we go. Setting up to sweep. Let's finish this game up real quick. Let's finish this game up. So, what we can do now is we can Terrestrialize. And we can go for a Terra Blast. Or we can go for a Waterfall. Potential Focus Sash is broken thanks to the Sandstorm. I am going to Terrestrialize into a Water type because there's a chance this guy will... Oh, time has run out. Never mind. Well, we know how that ended. Gyarados swept. I'm pretty sure Gyarados swept there. I could be wrong. The Sandy Shocks might live a Terra Blast flying because it's like, I don't know, maybe it's got some bulk that I didn't know about. But that's the whack timer. So anyway, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.